it's common for a lot of people to misunderstand what autism is and what it looks like. But from my view, autism is a very dynamic spectrum affecting people differently. My name is Dr. Robin Steinberg Epstein, and I'm a provider here at the Center for Autism and Neurodevelopmental Disorders, and this is one of my stories. Every day, I see parents come to the center for the first time searching for answers and help. They don't know why their child doesn't call them mommy or daddy, why they can't make friends, or why the smallest little mishap will send their child into a frantic meltdown. This was the case with one of the families I work with, the Allisons. From the outside, they look like a traditional, all-American family rushing each morning to make breakfast and get the kids to school on time while earning a living. In reality, they have two boys, Matthew and Dean, each one falling on different parts of the autism spectrum. Autism is a neurological disorder that impacts the way the brain functions in three primary areas: communication, social interaction, and behaviors. As a result, people with autism can fall behind in school. They can become socially isolated and misunderstood by their peers. They may even become aggressive toward their caretakers or themselves. Each person with autism looks and acts slightly different depending upon the amount of impairment within each of the key areas. This recipe determines where they fall on the spectrum. The Allisons' oldest son, Matthew, is a really silly, fun-loving boy, but this was often overshadowed by a very low frustration tolerance and social challenges. He would get so frustrated by small errors like dropping a ball or being unable to fasten a seatbelt that he would completely disintegrate, crying and hitting himself or others. Matthew's brother Dean also has social and language deficits, but his biggest challenge involves the area of rules and patterns. Straying from specific patterns resulted in anxiety, frustration, and even aggression. He became so rigid in how things had to be done that his food had to be cut a certain way. His rules became so difficult that Dean could only eat dinner with his family one night a week. You can probably imagine the confusion, the disappointment, and the hurt that the Allisons faced before coming to the Center for Help. Here at the center, our experience tells us that the best way to treat autism is with a comprehensive approach, one that combines clinical therapies, education, and research. Danielle has attended our Autism Education series to better understand the diagnosis and pathways to helping her boys. She also worked with our school psychology team to guide her through the special education process and to navigate the complex school system. Over the last 2 years, we've seen tremendous improvements in both Matthew and Dean. Because of the intervention received at the center, Matthew is making friends and is able to tolerate homework and frustration. Dean has made huge strides too. He now eats at the dinner table 7 nights a week. But the Allisons are most excited about the fact that he attends the general education class at his local public school. Not only are we seeing tremendous improvements in Matthew and Dean, but also in many of the children and young adults that we work with. Yet, the center does more than provide clinical care and education consultation. What sets us apart is our engagement in innovative research in such things as genetics, cell signaling, and behavior. We know that research holds the key to understanding the causes of autism. And we believe that our research, combined with our clinical and educational efforts, will allow all children to reach their full potential in life.